Welcome to the RTS Podcast. I'm Zion Smith. For this particular RTS Podcast, I will explain 3 things that I wish I knew in high school. It's obvious that when you are at a young age, you are a little naive. What I mean by that is sometimes you don't know much better, or sometimes you just lack experience. Every human being was put in this world to not be perfect. So it's all about learning and growing as you get older. So here I am at the age of 20 years old. I'm in my 2nd year at Old Dominion University. Having the best time of my life. I major in graphic design. I work for ODU Auxiliary Business Services. I plan on starting my own club. I plan on trying out for ODU soccer as well, or club soccer if ODU soccer doesn't work out for me. Also joining a club that I actually like. But enough about college, let's get into high school. So let me take you on a trip down memory lane. Alright, so here are 3 things that I wish I knew in high school. Let's get to it. The first thing I wish I knew when I was in high school is I wish I didn't care what anyone thought of me. Growing up in my teenage years, I was the type of person to be scared of what people thought of me. What I mean by that is not stand up for myself enough, not explaining my opinions, or even approaching a woman I like, a girl I like. And I always thought to myself, what if this person says this? What if this backfires on me? Or what if the girl I like that I want to approach, what if she rejects me? Everything can go bad, so I will overthink, and I will always pay attention to what people say about me. And in high school, that was one of my insecurities. I was so insecure of just paying attention of what people thought of me and what people said about me, and I thought that it was all true, but since I've been in college, I learned to be comfortable in my own skin. I learned that you cannot care what anyone says about you. You know, you can be having the best time of your life, and someone comes up to you, or someone whispers to themselves and says something slick like, look at this stupid person doing this or doing that. He doesn't know what he's doing. You cannot pay attention to negativity whatsoever, so you just have to block it and move on. And I'm still learning how to not care what anyone everyone says about me. I'm still learning that if there is a girl that I like, I just have to be myself, and I just gotta learn to remain calm in the moment and just be myself. If I get rejected, so what? There's millions of other women in this world. There's plenty of fish in the sea, like my mom told me, so why should I care? So that's the first thing I wish I knew in high school. The second thing I wish I knew in high school is I wish I knew that it's okay to ask for help. For as long as I can remember, in high school, I thought that if you ask a question and the question is not the best, I just thought that it would be a stupid question. You know, if you don't know anything, and in high school, I always thought that just don't answer it, because you're gonna feel stupid and you're gonna get laughed at. Well, that all changed in college. I know that no question is stupid from my two-dimensional design and color theory professor. Professor Peter, he told all of us that no question is stupid. Ask all the questions you can ask. You know. Yeah, it took me a long time to come into that realization, and I'm glad that I finally came into it in college. And number 3, the final thing I wish I knew in high school is I wish that I can talk to any girl in high school. I wish I had that ability. The reason why that's on my wish list is because, excuse me, the reason why that's on my wish list is because of the generation I live in. Yeah, I know I always blame stuff on the generation, but I'm also holding myself accountable as well. Anyway, I live in Gen Z, and a lot of times Gen Z can be delusional, and it can, you know, it can be different in a way. Anyway, what I'm about to say is totally outrageous. You know, nowadays, a young man my age will rate a woman from 1 to 10, and he can say like, oh, this girl's a 6 versus this girl, she's a 10, or the other girl, she's a 4.5, or the other girl, she's an 8, or the other girl, she's a -10. It's ridiculous, and in my mind, I learned that while in high school, I was like, well, I can't approach this girl because she's beautiful and she's out of my league. I can't approach this girl because she has every guy on her roster. I can't approach this girl because I don't know, she's smarter than me. I don't know. I always thought, like, you know, the cutest girls, you know, that was only good for their looks, was out of my league whatsoever. So I was just, I don't know, I would approach some girls in high school that I thought that was, you know, on their shit, you know, on their schoolwork and have goals like me, or I don't know. It's ridiculous, but yeah. I wish I had the ability to approach any girl in high school. But in college, I learned that women are creatures, emotional creatures, for crying out loud, but they are also human as well. And I also learned that men are the prize. But I think what's important is learning that no one is better than anybody. So, yeah. I guess basically what I'm trying to say is, in college, I learned to be comfortable in my own skin. I learned to be myself regardless. And I'm happy to say that I can put myself out there and, you know, approach 1 or 2 girls a day and just, you know, put myself out there more. Start conversations that's meaningful. If I get rejected, so what? All it takes is one. And when I find the one, the rest will be history. So, yeah, overall, I'm happy. I'm Zion Smith, and this is the RTS Podcast. Always and forever.